So I think, Daniel, I heard an interview where you said that you guys had decided to write the book to make some pizza money.
Yeah.
So either you guys eat a lot of pizza and knew this was all going to happen, or it's been quite a surprise. So what's been upsides and downsides to having your books this successful?
Well, the upside is that they let us write more and they give us money, which is awesome. The downside is that it has actually, the amount of work and the amount of time that we both wound up spending away from our families in the process of making this is not something that most writers deal with. I mean, fortunately, Ty's wife was getting her PhD out of the country for a few years, so he wasn't doing anything. So he had to take point on a bunch of that. But I spent a lot of time away from my wife and my kid, and that was less fun. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, it seems sort of rude to complain about it. Things have gone so well.
And you get a lot of pizza.
And there's a lot of pizza.
We'll go over to the series side. Narain, so you have, in between season 3 and season 4, you've been kind of on the same kind of roller coaster ride that you put us through watching the show. Drama and can you talk a little bit about going from season 3 to premiering in the fall on Amazon Prime? Are we premiering? Pardon?
I'm just asking for the premiere date. When? See, going from the end of season 3 to 4, it's kind of like dying and then going to heaven. I mean, honestly, it's because it was over essentially at the end of season 3. We had, we had tried to work with Sci-Fi and our studio Alcon, and we were trying to make the show work. Continuing on, but at the end of the day, they had canceled us. And so I was actually in the process of making all of those difficult calls to, department heads and cast, and we were all kind of like, okay, guys, it's over. We did, we did something to be proud of, but it was done. There was talk about maybe we could move it to Netflix or Amazon, and those talks were sort of in the air, but nothing had happened. And then the fans started kicking in, and it became this thing. And there was a plane over Amazon, and then there was and this incredible amount of love that came out of
with a banner that said,
"Yeah, save the Expanse."
Yeah,
yeah. And it was incredible because it really wasn't. I mean, people, Kaz was heavily involved in this from the beginning. There were people on our crew that were involved in it, but it was really a fan-generated thing. It wasn't directed. It just kind of happened. And we had the moment, I'm sure people here who are fans of the show know it, but we had agreed to do a panel at the International Space Discovery Conference. Development Conference. And Jeff Bezos was getting an award there. And we did our science panel, and it was filled with rocket scientists who are our people. So everybody, and we're sitting around and drinking, which is also something that we tend to do up there. It's very cold in Toronto, and we work long hours.
Don't make excuses for it. You just like to do it. Together.
That's true.
We call it team building sessions.
And we're suddenly somebody comes over and says, Jeff Bezos wants to meet you. And we're like,
Cash. No big deal.
He does? and we go back and we meet him, and he was very enthusiastic. He knew all about the show, and he said, well, maybe, we're talking about it. We don't know if it's going to happen. And we're all kind of shook. It was me, Stephen, Wes, Kara was there, Kaz was there, and we didn't know what was going to happen. So we sit down, and in the middle of dinner, and people are coming up, getting their things and doing stuff, and Wes, you go ahead. What'd you tell this parent?
Well, I like to play the what if? And we saw Jeff on his phone during the whole thing, and I leaned over to Rain and said, he's on the phone and he's putting the final touches on the deal. Then when he goes up, he's going to announce that he saved us and he picked us up, and we were like, ha ha ha! Oh, that's amazing. That's going to happen.
It was worse than that. I said, "You're fucking dreaming."
Oh, that's exactly. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, it was almost like he was mad that I was getting his hopes up, some weird dreamlike stage, and then he got up on stage and he goes, "How many people here are fans of The Expanse?" And me and Lorraine looked at each other. Would it be possible? Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, it was an incredible moment. There's a little video of it too. Everybody's at the table, and Jeff says, "We've saved The Expanse. Amazon Prime is a new home in the show," and everybody stands up except for me. I sit at the table. I'm like, "What?" He just looks
My favorite line he said was he saved The Expanse, and he goes, "The Rossi is safe."
right. He did.
Cool dude.
To put a point on how surreal the moment is we were jumping around, we were all excited, and I was patting some guy on the back, and he turned around and it was Buzz Aldrin. And he was annoyed that I was patting him on the back. He was like, "I don't know you." I was like, "Sorry, just in a good mood."
And also, he's really strong. Yeah. The pat on the back from him is like, that's probably mine.
Yeah, bro.
But there's video of Buzz knocking people out.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful.
Yeah.